Hello and welcome to Crankworx Whistler. We're here for round 6 of the 2019 Enduro World Series, the Camelback Canadian Open Enduro presented by Specialized. Now tonight we've got a special guest and a very special bike to check out. Isabeau Courdurier and her Factory Intense are undefeated so far in 2019. So we thought it was time to catch up with the flying Frenchwoman and find out a bit more about her setup. Isabeau then, 2019, it's gone pretty well so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I'm super happy with the beginning of the season, but obviously we still have 3 rounds to go, so a lot to focus again.
Right, you are on then, the Intense Carbine, is that right?
Yeah, it's Intense Carbine and it's 29er, and like for the beginning of the season, and was on the Tracer, which is 27.5.
Did that take much getting used to, the swap between the wheel size?
Really, for me, it was not really long before I got used to it. Actually, I received the Carbine just before Canada, and I rode it like 2 times at home before took the decision to ride it for the race. And I felt like on Canada, I felt like quite good on it, like really at home, and it just needs a bit of like getting used to have like such a big wheels, like always kind of ripping your ass. But then it's fine. Like for me, it's good. It's really faster, I think. Yeah.
Slightly less travel as well, isn't it, compared to the Tracer? Is that something you'd adjust to?
I really don't feel it, so I guess it's because of the big wheels. You really like it absorbs more, like kind of the rough terrain and stuff like that. And I really like the place where I feel like such a difference is here. Like it's amazing, like the difference I can tell on the like A-Bird and like Blackcomb trails. You really feel like you're having flow and momentum to keep the speed compared to the 27.5, where I really felt I had like to keep pushing to carry speed.
So it's a size, what size are you on?
It's a small one. It's the smallest I have, so obviously I'm on it.
Suspension, you're on a RockShox Lyric. What rear shock have you got?
It's a deluxe and everything is tuned with SRAM, like every single time we adjust it. I'm quite a light rider compared to like normal people, I'd say, and so definitely it needs like a lot of adjustment.
Is that something, how important do you think the right suspension setup is in Enduro? Is that something you spend a lot of time working out?
Sometimes it's hard because you feel like you just want to ride and not focus too much on like settings, but in a way it really helps, and I feel like this year is a year I've been really like trying to focus more on it. So we spent some time in the winter like trying to adjust it, and then like now on races I pretty much know like after 1 or 2 stages what I'm gonna change, if I'm gonna have like more rebound, less high compression, not touch it, and now I feel it's quite okay. I can like easily like tune it, but still I really rely on the help of RockShox. Every time they're on a race, I just go straight to them and ask them, what do you think, like if it'll be better or not better, so definitely it's a good help.
Do you change things like your bar height or any of that sort of thing, or do you try and keep your bike really just set how you like it and don't try and change too much?
I feel like it's already a big change to like tune suspension, so I don't really like touching my bar and stuff like that, but I will always add a spacer if we go on very very steep terrain. For example, in Leather I was riding with 1 more spacer, but otherwise I just like keep it the same.
Now wheels, you're on Mavic, is that right?
Yeah, I'm on Mavic. I'm running the D-Max Elite, and it's been the wheels I'm using also on my 27.5. They are quite rigid, but I actually like it. It really like feels like the wheel is super strong on corners, and when I really push on it, I can feel like it's rigid, but it's like what I like, so it's fine. And yeah, and on tires, I'm with Hutchinson for quite a long time now, so it feels like home.
What Hutchinsons do you use then? What model are they?
So I'm running the new Griffiths. It's a new tire that just came out a few weeks ago, and I'm running the 2.5 front and 2.4 on the back. And it's a kind of special rubber they make for us, so compound is a bit softer on the it's like on the outside and more tough on the like rolling line, so it's really what I like the most. And also I'm running with an insert in my back tires. Yeah.
Is that a full downhill casing? Is it a full downhill tire? Because we're seeing a lot of enduro riders now using the bigger tires.
I feel like for me enduro is a lot about finishing the season without having any mechanics or stuff like that, so I definitely don't want to lose this overall because of a flat tire, so I'm not gonna like say, oh, it's 100 gram lighter, I'm gonna switch to this. No, there is no way, so I just go for like the full casing, like every single thing that's gonna help me finish the season.
In terms of drivetrain then, you're on SRAM, are you on the Axis, the Bluetooth?
Yeah, I'm on the IXS since Kanazai actually, and it's quite the same than the Carbine. I just like tried it at home 2 or 3 times before the race, and I really could tell the difference, and I was sure about it, like sure I felt comfortable.
Okay, so yeah, you like it then? Does it feel quite intuitive?
It's really intuitive, and the thing I like the most is that it's really fast and precise. So I really like feel like I'm changing a lot more my gear during stages than in the past, and I just realized it on the 2 races I've been on. So it's really like it's so fast that you are really using it more, and actually I feel like on some section it really helps if you go like a bit lower or like a bit like smoother, and yeah.
So, but you're still on the hydraulic reverb. You're not on the Bluetooth reverb.
I wish I could go for the excess reverb as well, but the thing is my bike is so small that the battery actually touch my back wheels, but it's just because it's really like you can see it, I have like no space on my dropper post, it's really like the lowest I can go, so yep.
Brakes then, are you one of these people who's really fussy about their brakes? Do you have a certain feel that you like?
I have to say that Cedric, my mechanic, has quite a hard time with me on that because I really like having like such a short travel on my brakes. So obviously it's a lot of work to get this done. But I'm also running the quad brakes with a 200mm disc. So it's really powerful for my like lightweight. But yeah, I've been really getting used to it, and I like to really know that if I go like fast and really need that emergency brake, I'm gonna get it.
What do you do for brake pads then? What do you run?
I'm always on an organic one. I really don't like the feeling of metallic ones. I tried and it's not really what I like. The only time I'm running then it's when it's raining because the organic pad gets maybe ripped a bit more faster, but that's it.
You're on Mavic shoes as well, is that right? So what pedals do you run with those?
I'm running the HT ones, and it's actually funny because before I was sponsored by them, I was already riding with HT pedals, and I told them like, anyway, you can sponsor me or not, but I will still be on them. It's really the one I like the most and I feel comfortable on, so definitely running this one, and even in the future. I've not tried like a lot of pedals, but I feel it's the feeling you get right away. If you can clip back, clip out, like super comfortable, then it's the right one.
And just finally then, handlebar and stem, you're on the alloy Renfal, is that right?
Yeah, I tried both the carbon one and the alloy one, and I really like both. It's quite different, but I like same as I told you for the tires, like I'm actually want to have like stronger component I can have, so I think like alloy is maybe more sure than carbon. You don't never know if you really crash super hard. I know that the alloy one won't break, so that's why I'm choosing this one. I just want to finish the season without having any mechanics, so don't ask me. I will put everything that is stronger in.
And the super tacky, they're really soft grips, aren't they? I've used those. They are nice.
Yeah, they are super nice. It's the one I normally run, but here I choose to have like another compound. I feel it's again something I like to play around, but at home I always use super tacky, and I feel like it really depends the places I am, the riding we have, and for this run I chose this one.
Any super special little tweaks or anything you're really picky about for your bike, anything you're really specific with?
I think brakes, what I told you, is really something I'm super picky on. Like, if it's really like too much trials, for sure I'll be like, oh, I can't try, like I don't feel comfortable on it, and also tires. But yeah, otherwise I think I'm quite easy to have in a team for a mechanic. Like everything is fine as long as I feel my settings are right. It's okay. I'm not gonna be like super, being like changing my tires in between each stages or some stuff like that.
It's a shame Cedric isn't here because we could ask him as well if that's actually true. But well, that's your bike. But of course, enduro is more than just a bike. You've been kind enough to bring with you your Camelback pack. Can you show us what's in there, what you carry with you during an EWS?
So I mostly carry everything we need, like to eat, obviously, and also repair. So
Oh, what's this?
it's kind of a fancy pouch you get with the camelback bag actually, and then you can put everything in it. So I will mostly use like the classic stuff, like CO2. What I like carry also is like to repair myself. You never know.
Isabeau repair kit.
Yeah, it's my own repair kit actually. So yeah, and mostly tools and like lots of food, water, and yeah.
Will you take a jacket and stuff as well if it's a wet race?
It really depends. Like I always have a bag, but I really try to keep it super light. So really, if I need a jacket, is that it's raining out there.
And do you take a bladder with you as well, or do you just take water on the bike?
I take water on the bike, on the Carbine, because I can. I have a bottle cage. On the Tracer, it was not the case. That's why I was always with a bag. And otherwise, I still put a bit more inside, because also you never know. Like sometimes we have a lot of water, sometimes not. So I really be prepared for everything and having everything with me.
It's actually quite interesting because this new sort of generation of pack, they are so much better for riding, and they don't have the load capacity maybe that the older packs do. But is that, getting that set up as well? Are you quite fussy about that, getting that set comfortably?
I find like this one is super comfortable for me because it's kind of a vest you put on, and then like you really can tight it, and after that it won't move. This one is a bit big, but I really don't feel it. So I was like trying both the like lightest version and this one, and I could not tell the difference. So I was like, okay, if I have a bit more space, then it's like no problem for me. I can put like all my repair stuff inside and not in my pockets in my short. So I'd always rather have like a bit extra space for extra stuff, and I think this weekend it will mostly be extra food.
Well, that's an interesting point. Yeah, day 2 here is a big day, 5 stages. How much food will you take with you?
Actually, it's really hard for me to eat on like race day. I felt like nothing can go in, so I mostly have sneakers in my bag, Cliff Blocks, and yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Okay, I might take one Cliff board, like just for like is my
But mostly Snickers.
mostly sneakers.
Go, Isabeau, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for bringing your beautiful bike with you. Thank you to SRAM for having us as well up here. Garbanzo downhill's going on behind us. Good luck this weekend. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Thank you.